Hello Buccaneers, we are at Dreams Hotel Miramar and we're going to show you the fun things you can do in Puerto Rico. Our first stop is San Juan Paddleboarding.
The instructor is teaching us how to paddle.
There you go.
We're at the shallower part by the mangrove and we can see fish and sea urchin.
All of a sudden, we saw a manatee.
And that was our stand-up paddleboarding experience with San Juan Paddleboard.
My favorite part, of course, was seeing the manatee. And every few minutes, you can see them pop their nose out for air.
This is the most naturey stand-up paddleboarding experience I've ever had because the seawater here is so clear you can see to the bottom most of the time when you're near the edges. So we saw like seaweed and little fish and sea stars. We were even allowed to pick up the sea stars and look at it and then put it back, of course. And it rained like twice while we were out there, but it was only for a few minutes each time. Most of the time it's warm, so it's a great tropical weather. It took us a while to spot the manatees, but when we were headed back, we saw one and it popped its head out 3 or 4 times, and it was so cute. It's a sea cow, just like Kalmu is a land cow, but it's a sea cow.
We returned to Dreams Miramar to freshen up. Dreams Miramar is located within minutes of the T-Mobile district. We're heading to the only national park with a rainforest.
Now we are at El Yunque National Forest. Our next stop is the Yokahu Tower, and we're going to climb up to Observation Point.
We're going four windows up. What a great view from up here.
Okay, that's good. We're now hiking by Juan Diego Creek to the waterfall. After a short 5-minute hike, we have reached the waterfall. It's pretty cold. This is the coldest water in Puerto Rico that I've felt. Oh, there's a rainbow. Do you see the rainbow?
Oh my God.
And that is the Juan Diego Falls.
My favorite part was dipping my head in the mini waterfall because it was super refreshing and it cooled me down quite a bit.
Oh, and it's also a super short walk from your car. Now we're gonna go somewhere that maybe has a bit more hiking.
And no waterfalls or lakes.
The next point of interest is Baño Grande Historic Site, and that means big bathroom. This pool was part of the New Deal, which was President Roosevelt's economic recovery plan. And it says it was one of Puerto Rico's first instance of nature-based recreation because they just built this pool along a creek. It operated from 1936 to 1968. The bathhouse is up there, and I think that's why it's called Baño Grande, but now it's abandoned. Now we are at the El Yunque Visitor Center.
We're picking up our Junior Ranger booklets.
Thank you.
Give you
All right.
2 pencils.
Now we're going to watch a movie on El Yunque, and they alternate between Espanol and English movies. So we're just in time for the English.
We're being sworn in as Junior Rangers.
I give my pledge
As a junior forest ranger,
as a junior forest ranger. We got our badge, and this is the only one in Spanish. It's personalized just for El Yunque. So there's the tower that we climbed up. Here's a parrot and there's some plants. It's good that they didn't just give you like a generic English National Forest badge because I have too many of those.
Now we're playing with some interactive exhibits.
Drinking water.
Go, go, camel. Go, go, go. Go, camel. Go. You missed it. Now we're going on a discovery trail, and it should take about 15 minutes.
And that was the Yunque Visitor Center.
My favorite part was the little film because it gave nice information about how Yunque started and also a bit about all the trails.
I like how this visitor center has a naturey path where you can go into the forest a bit. And we heard many birds in there. Also, the building of the visitor center is very nice. I enjoyed the film the most since it showed us parts that we couldn't hike to in the rainforest with our limited time. We were driving around and we found this place called the Miramar Food Truck Park. There are there's probably around 10 food trucks here, and we got one that sells Puerto Rican food. This is pork belly and this is steak. Our next stop is the Museum of Contemporary Art. This is the children's section, so of course all the artwork here was done by kids. From what I can understand from the Spanish, it says discapacidad intelectual, so this might have been done by children with special needs. I think they're on a sinking ship and they want to be rescued, so they're calling for help. This is an artwork of a super tall lady who's praying. It's way bigger than Camus, way bigger than me. This gallery has a lot of photography of old Puerto Rico. People drew many different things around this boy. Like over here, he's muscular, and here he has food. I don't know what's going on there. Oh yeah, here the boy's using the toilet.
That looks like the big bad wolf. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah.
And that is the Museum of Contemporary Art.
My favorite exhibit was the one with the boy with no arms, and where you can put your arms through, and also there's many different pictures of different characters with it.
I like the kids gallery downstairs just because kids with special needs made it, and for that, I think it's pretty impressive what they were able to make. Our next stop is the Museum of Art of Puerto Rico. We're starting from the 4th floor, and this is the Puerto Rico Plural exhibit. The painting behind me is made from 20 panels. It's huge. This exhibit is called Short Life because if you see all these people here, they didn't live for many years. This is a barber shop. There's a pool table here and the chairs where you sit to cut your hair. The interesting part is that it says Spanish spoken here on the sign. But if we're in Puerto Rico, why would they need to put that? This piece is called Formation, and there's shoes of all the little soldiers marching. This is cool. They have exhibits for the blind community, so you can feel the artwork with your hands.
Over here it says, I don't stop, in this painting. That's just like me, I don't stop.
This is a piece of artwork by Miro, and it reminds me of Picasso's because of the abstractness. This gallery is done by a Puerto Rican artist that now lives in New York, and here's the Empire State Building. Bacardi is the rum that Puerto Rico is known for, and on the floor it tells you that's made of oil on canvas. Usually these descriptions are on a plaque on the wall, but it's on the floor.
This is a chess set, and Right now, black is actually winning, and they checkmated them.
What happened here is that there's different levels of pencil shadings, and when you put them all together, it becomes art. We were going to go to a botanical garden, but we spent too much time at this museum, so now the garden's closed. But that's fine, because this museum was awesome. There's so many interactive stuff and great artwork. So far, it's my favorite museum in Puerto Rico.
My favorite interactive exhibits were the ones where if you touch both fingers at the two different pads, they make different sounds. That was super good. That was A+++. Stay tuned for part 2.